Thank you all for joining me today. Today I kind of wanted to bring you guys together so we could talk about motivation. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, how do you get motivated? Is it maybe rewards, daily meetings with your supervisors, maybe even evaluations? Here at our company, we really like to think of motivation as the biggest thing in this company. I want to be able to sit here and motivate you guys to do what you love, and I want you to love your job. So I kind of wanted to go over the motivational techniques we have as of right now. The first one is performance expectations. Performance expectations are specific goals set in which you need to complete your tasks day to day or individual. The second one is ability to perform. The ability to perform are when your goals are clear. So you know exactly what you're doing for the company, and you're given the correct tools to complete your goals and expectations. The third one is reinforcement. Reinforcement is our reward system within the company, which I'll go over in a little bit. The next one is salience. Salience is the receiving the rewards and kind of the mindset behind receiving of your rewards. The next one is equity. Equity is your work benefits and kind of the distribution of the work benefits. And the last one is timeliness. Timeliness is receiving constructive feedback, whether it be from me or maybe a coworker. Just feedback that you get about your work and how you're doing, maybe how your goals are set, maybe kind of helping you on your goals, different things like that. So last week I sent out a survey for all the employees to fill out. I kind of took into consideration what you had said and put together an employee feedback as a whole. And the first one I wanted to go over was your performance expectations. You all had said that your individual and day-to-day goals and expectations were pretty well set. You knew what you were doing, you knew what your goals were, and you knew what your expectations were, whether it be individual for a long-term period or day-to-day. Just kind of what you come in, you set a goal for yourself and you finish it by the end of the day, you come in the next day and you just complete that process. Majority of you had said they were clearly defined, but I kind of wanted to nitpick at some of you had said they aren't as clearly defined as the other majority of the feedback had said, which is something that I really wanted to take into consideration because I want everyone to know what their goals are, and I want everyone to know what they're doing on a day-to-day and what the company as a whole is doing. So I'll go into that in our new techniques a little bit later and the changes that I made. So the next one I wanted to talk about was your ability to perform. Majority of you had said that your possible goals have been set. You know what they are. You're given the correct tools to complete them, and you know your goals because of frequent meetings. I had noticed on some feedbacks though that some people weren't getting frequent meetings with me, and I really wanted to change that. So we'll talk about that in a minute as well. The next one was reinforcement. You had all said that rewards are given too frequent, and that you think the biggest reward that you should receive is just a simple thank you from the client. So we'll talk about kind of the mindset behind that, and also in salience is your mindset behind the rewards. And majority of you said that you are starting to see a trend that the mindset behind receiving rewards is kind of it's not given to true work anymore. So I definitely want to change that. I want to make sure it's given to true work. So we'll talk about how I'm going to change the reward system in a little bit. The next one is equity. Equity are work-related benefits, and you had all said that the work-related benefits are distributed equally, and it's based on a longer period of time that you've been with the job and also your experience. So if you have been here for longer and you have experienced more with the company, your work benefits are distributed as said. And also, on the other side, if you've been here for a year, you're a new employee, your benefits are also given in that way. And the last one is timeliness. Your feedback, you guys had said that your feedback is sometimes delayed, but although delayed, it's always good, it's always constructive. So although you are still receiving feedback, I really want to make sure it's on a timely manner. So we'll go over that in just a minute. So now I've gone over the employee feedback. I kind of want to talk about new techniques. Now, new techniques don't take that in, as we're adding more techniques, but more of kind of a change for the better as a company and as employees. So the first one is knowledge of rewards. This is just kind of like a knowledge change. I want to put a fresh reminder in your head that rewards are being given too frequent, and now they will only be given by myself. So I will be personally able to measure your diligence and hard work in our meetings, also going over, customer feedback and watching you on a day-to-day, like what you're doing, if you're getting your day-to-day goals done, and also, how hard are you actually working towards that goal. So I'll be personally measuring that. I think rewards are great, but in your feedback, majority of you and myself have also noticed that, it's not much of an award anymore. So I'll be changing how they're distributed. Next one is mandatory one-on-one meetings with your supervisor. So with myself, these will be once a month. As of right now, they aren't mandatory, but I noticed in the feedback that the people that weren't aware of their goals as of now are they aren't having meetings with me. So I want to make sure that everyone is having a mandatory one-to-one meeting with me once a month, so we can kind of make the goals specific and everyone knows what their goals are. And the last one, our town meetings are now a must for all employees. As you know, our town meetings are held every 2 weeks, and I just want to have the entire department, as the entire technology department, together so we can kind of, discuss what the goals are, answer any questions as a whole, and just to kind of throw this out there, there will be a student lead in charge of the help desk when all the technology members are gone, just so we have the help desk covered and we can take that 1 hour out of the day so we can all meet. And here you'll be able to figure out not only the goals of yourself in detail, but also the goals as, the technology department as a whole. And that leads me to 40%. 40% of the workforce know about, their company's goals, strategies, tactics, and this was put on by dailyinfographic.com. And I don't want to be part of that 40%. I want 100% of our employees to know what the goals are. So with these new techniques, I hope that really helps. Which leads me back to my first question: how do you get motivated? I really hope these techniques that we've discussed today kind of put a new way in your head to know, how do I get motivated? This meeting has been for you, the employees, to help heighten your experience with this organization. So at this time, I would like to open the floor for any questions you have, and thank you for coming.